Today we're going to discuss how to find the most powerful winning AI stocks like Celestica, ticker CLS. Hey guys, this is Luke Downey with Map Signals, and we are going to go through my favorite thing to do in the market, and that is look for outlier stocks. There's a lot of AI fluff out there. There's a lot of hype. I'm going to show you how we find some of the best real AI players early on. So look, the bears, they keep touting how markets are due for a pullback and volatility is low, but we're going to go through a number of studies that show why the market can keep surging. And then after that, we're going to go into the AI story and how to find awesome stocks like Celestica. So the first thing I want to look at is where is the money going, right? You really want to look at the market. Is there money going into the market? Yes, there is, and that is bullish for the overall stock landscape. So here we are, we're looking at the big money index. This is looking at thousands of money flows in stocks. If this line is going down, listen, there's trouble under the surface. If this line is going up, that's telling you fresh capital is being put to work. Since May, we really have started to see the BMI head northbound, and that is a very positive sign for stocks. But it doesn't stop here, because recently, if you're new to our YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe, because you're gonna get really cool insights like this one. Because April 20th through May 20th, markets tend to be seasonally weak, where the S&P and the small caps are roughly flat in that time frame. This is since 1998. However, starting May 20th, which is right now, you start to see a lot of strong strength coming into the market. S&P 500 from May 20th through July is up 1.74%. Small caps do even better at 2.52%. So we've got money flows that say stocks are going up, seasonal strength that says stocks are going up. But let's talk about one of the latest bear fuels buzzwords that we've been hearing about, and that is about the SIBO Volatility Index, the VIX, right? This is Wall Street's fear gauge. It actually fell below 12. This is not a level that we have seen since November of 19. That is correct. Volatility is lower than the pre-pandemic area. Okay, so a lot of bears are saying, wait a minute, when volatility falls, it's got to spike, right? Well, before you start selling all your stocks, let's look at history. I went back to 1990 and I pulled all instances where the VIX closed below 12. There's a bunch of them. Here's the important piece of advice for you. 1 month later, the S&P and the NASDAQ are both up nearly 1%. 6 months later, S&P 500's up 5.3%, NASDAQ's up 8.5%. Here's the big message here, is that 12 months later, when the VIX is closed below 12, the S&P is up 10.1% and the NASDAQ 100 is up 17%. So again, we are just building a case of why markets can continue to climb even though we are at all-time highs. But it doesn't end here, because I want to also showcase that when the Fed cuts interest rates, okay, the first time, this is a prior study that is on this video. Let's go right here. Small caps, they soar after the first Fed rate cut. So we know rate cuts are coming. Small caps, they tend to go up nearly 19% 12 months later. So listen, it's all about where the money is going. And right now, the biggest tailwind is in AI winning stocks like Celestica. So here is how you find awesome companies. A little bit of history lesson is that I used to work on Wall Street handling some of the largest money flows for some of the biggest players. Think hedge funds, pension funds. Here's the deal. When they spot a really awesome company, they go in and they buy that stock for days and weeks, right? Because when you got to put millions and millions of dollars to work in some of these small cap names, you got to break that order up over time. And what do you think that does to the stock? That demand pushes the stock higher. So here's a case in point where we look for that unusual activity at Map Signals, and we have this top 20 list. And what that is every single week, the top performing, the best earnings growth type stocks, The sales growth type stocks that are getting unusual money flows going into them, they make this rare list. So Celestica back on July 11, 2023, hang with me folks, it had its first appearance on this top 20 list. I remember because I singled it out for our subscribers. The stock was, I think, 15 bucks at the time. Now, I really like the earnings picture for this company. And since we profiled it, and we've profiled it multiple times, that's what these blue bars are, the stock is up nearly 240%. And you say, hey, what does Celestica do? They're a hardware play, right? There's this big upgrade cycle that's coming for AI, big refresh. You think about Dell computers, Celestica is another smaller name that is benefiting from this huge tailwind. The media is not all over it, but it is a mainstay in our research. And that is why I want you to be focusing on stocks that are getting a lot of big money flows and their earnings are set to surge, which is what happened with Celestica. That is how we find stocks like this, an SMCI, supermicro computer, years before they are on the lips of the media. This is how you do it, folks. If you are looking to put money to work and you're looking for great names that people aren't talking about, that's where the opportunity is. Consider subscribing to a Map Pro subscription at Map Signals. You will see that tomorrow's winning stocks can be found today. You guys have a great one. I'll talk to you next time.